So yeah, I'm telling you about project management, and let me go back to my the PowerPoint screen now. So like I was telling you, managing a project includes identifying the requirements themselves and establishing clear and achievable objectives and balancing the competing demand of scope, time, and cost within the framework of quality. So the scope, time, and cost are called as triple constraint. Now the term triple constraint is now being replaced by the term project constraints, because it's not only three things that you need to look at, or it's not only three things that may get impacted. In fact, it could be more than three things that might get impacted on a project when you want to add scope or when you want to make changes. It can so happen that, say your sponsor wants you to add 2 more floors on top of this building, and your structural engineer is telling you that, sir, this is not possible because the footing is for ground plus 10 floors only. So in this event, you have to go back and tell the sponsor that this is not possible technically. Why? Because it would bring up risk on the structure, but risk was not part of the triple constraint at all. When you say triple constraint, then you're not looking at the risk part of it or the customer, satisfaction or the resource part of it. So the term triple constraint now has been replaced by the term project constraints. Okay, just 1 second, I'm sorry. So the project constraint is where you go beyond the scope, time, and cost, and you look at the other things also that might get impacted, like making this change. Is it going to impact the quality? Would it impact the resource? Or is this going to bring up the risk? So you have to look at if scope or, is it like impacting on any one of the constraints? When you say triple constraint, it was only three things, but when you say project constraints, you go beyond three things and look at the impact on those constraints as well.